Day number 7 of the Bibbulmun begins at the Perth Hills Discovery Centre in Mundaring. On a frosty winter's morning, clear skies and picturesque morning sunlight piercing through the trees. I'm joined on this adventure by Tim, a Bibbulmun Track volunteer who also happens to be my uncle. Our plan is to hike south to Dale Road, 39 kilometres away. Tracing the northeastern flank of the Helena Reservoir and the Darkened River, the track winds through mixed Jarrah and Wandoo forest to Mount Dale, the first vehicle access point after leaving the Mundaring Weir area. Behind me is what's left of the Helena Campsite after the bushfire went through here, so there's pretty much nothing left. Hopefully it can be back up and running. A nice spot. Stopped and had lunch. Now we're about to hit the track again. Got 8 k's left and we're arriving at our first campsite for the night. As a result of bushfire, the Helena Campsite is completely closed, meaning there's no water or shelter here and no temporary campsite. We stopped for lunch on a rocky outcrop before setting off for Waalegh Camp, 8.7 kilometres away. The deliberately lit bushfire was severe and many plants and trees were destroyed. For the plants and trees that did survive, recovery is slow, but nature has started to bounce back and is evident as we cross the bridge over the Helena River. Just walked up the most ridiculous hill and we've still got a while to go. Not too much longer, but an hour and a half. It's going to be a hard hour and a half.
One more down and one more up.
And then we're at the camp and we've done the main part of the walk, the hard bit. It only gets easier from now on. It's a downhill slope from now on.
Yeah.
No guarantee can be given that there will always be space available in a shelter, especially close to Perth on weekends in spring and autumn and during school holidays. Arriving at Waalegh Campsite with just enough time to set our tents up before sunset. It's advisable to always carry a tent and to use one of the designated tent sites if the shelter is full. Carrying a tent is a good idea in case you don't make camp by nightfall or are lost or injured and need protection from the elements. They also provide protection from insects and are warmer than the shelters. With a stunning view across the Helena Valley, Waalegh is one of the track's most spectacular campsites and a great reward after a day's hike.
Oh, wait for me.
Some of the worst acting. The section of track we're walking for this episode is an important drinking water catchment area for the Kalgoorlie and the Goldfields. Located within pristine forest, it's important that this area remains unpolluted. The Bibbulmun Track is the only recreational facility permitted in this area, and it's for that reason that we must hike multiple days as there is no car access within the water catchment areas surrounding the Helena River.
Tea or coffee?
Oh, coffee, please. Early morning. Got the porridge on. Have a coffee. Get warm, pack up, and go. "40 kilometres in, day 3, and the last leg is up to Mount Dale, which as it sounds is a hill. So it's ending the trip on a high, isn't it?
Oh,
The homeward stretch. Early planning of the route of the Bibbulmun was plagued with concerns over public access to areas around water catchments. The first alignment of the track was marked in March 1974. However, for the next 4 years, the track was modified in order to keep various parties happy. Despite these modifications, the track was being used by hikers throughout the 70s, and finally in October 1979, the Bibbulmun Track was officially opened as part of Western Australia's 150th year celebrations. 1.7 kilometres to go. As always, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed watching, hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell next to it so you don't miss our next episode. If you would like to further support my channel, head over to my Patreon page. There's a link in the description below. I'm Dan. See you next time.